Halo Diki, halo Reds Esport. Abis soal Jombang. Udah kelar di sini. Di tempatmu udah kelar belum? Halo guys, lagi apa namanya? Setting webcam. Kok nggak bisa sih? Tidak bisa. Tahu guys. Guys, kalian yang mau mabar komen aja guys, komen. Ntar aku buat room nih. Hadir ya Dermsik, thank you. Welcome back. Masih halo Bang Adit, welcome back. Mabar Bang, oke bentar ya. Jangan dibantai-bantai ya. Gas masuk Bang. Buat kalian yang mau mabar langsung komen aja guys. Kita mabar free. Sekalian mau review pemain baru. Apakah enak dipakai atau tidak guys? Cuman tadi berapa kali aku main ya, Del Piero doang yang enak banget. Bullet headernya Adriano belum bisa aku. Ariel Tatum punya Bang Adit bukan? Oke, gasken. Buriram. Biasanya kalau Buriram itu orangnya jago, guys. Anjay, udah ada PP sama Varane, guys. Del Piero, Pato. Dapat Zola juga. Banyak banget opsi bullet headernya. Kulitnya ngeri nggak sih? Bang punya Peter Schmeichel nggak? Aku punya, tapi Peter Schmeichel yang lama, yang muda.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Aku pengen ini loh, pemain-pemain Madrid.
Neatly clipped into space.
Loh.
Great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Hampir.
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen. Marquez. And this is Cruyff. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Steered
Yang
out
baju
wide, but
kuning.
he won't reach that one. And it's
Apa ya
Messi.
bajunya warnanya
Well
lupa
seen.
aku.
Saw that coming. That was well played, well stopped. So it is still 0-0. Nicely shaped ball. No luck with that.
Nggak
kick over
nyampe
the
guys.
top. It looked as though that might lead to something
Thank you guys
quite
yang udah pada
promising,
like guys.
but it turned out that that was not the case.
Thank you.
And we're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. And that has been clubbed away. Del Piero. Cruyff plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Whoa.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. It's Rui Costa. Cruyff. And Cruyff!
Nggak dikasih ini bang.
Really should have been made to pay.
Tembakan menukik. Johan Cruyffnya. Coba habis ini lihat Peter Schmeichel. Nanti ya. Dia pendek Peter Schmeichel. 108 berapa gitu. 87 kalau nggak salah.
Just eases him off the ball. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And it's been played through. He is through here. Decent chance!
Oh, Mbappe guys.
All right. There is the breakthrough. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish. Borough United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive. So we have the first goal. Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game. Adriano. Rui Costa is always scanning the pitch for targets. That's been intercepted. He read that really well and stopped it. And this is Cruyff.
There will be 1 minute
Del
added
Piero.
time.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. And there's the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing...
Masih berat Adriano, padahal aku udah racik ulang tadi.
Number 9, Adriano.
And the second half gets underway.
Number 13.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open. And here's Pato. Zelvia really do like their passes from deep, Peter. Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they? Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Nesta is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. That's a cute ball. Now it's Del Piero. Del Piero!
Del Piero.
Enough try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Substitution on
Ngeri pemainnya Bang Adit ya.
Taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Messi. Substitution in progress.
And claimed it back swiftly. Played back into the centre. Couldn't squeeze it through. Oh, he's burst through.
Aduh, nggak dapet guys.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Solar. Del Piero. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. He's found the way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Pato. Del Piero. And a chance! Goal!
Anjir.
And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Ricosta.
They've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes
Chola.
in those areas are very punishable.
Buriram United are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Del Piero. And that interception
Masih
was
susah buat
most
nyerang guys.
necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Toure was in no mood for any of that. Looking for a runner. And this is Bale. Oh, that's fabulous. It's Bale! Gareth glittering Bale! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and
Loh,
just say,
loh.
too good.
Ada yang kepleset pisang.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And the shot!
Ini Messi yang
That's a
mana
waste
bang?
of the ball.
Big time kah?
The message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Astagfirullah, Van Bronckhorst.
Substitution on the field. Number 3. Belletti. Coming on the field is
No
number
unnecessary
17,
risks, and the game
Zanetti.
is petering out here. Pepe. Now he's off and running. The less said about that pass, the better.
Buriram United really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And this is Del Piero. Now, who's going to be first to this? And that's it.
Van Bronckhorst jelek banget
Well,
guys.
this was a game they could so
Kirain
easily have won
bagus
on
loh dia
another
tuh.
day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Machida Zelvia, absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle, which was painfully exploited, and that's left plenty for the manager
Anjay,
to
peringkat
think,
2000
painful
guys.
reminder of where standards really need to be.
Well, thanks to Jim
Tadi
alongside
Bang
me,
Irwan
as the fans
peringkat
make their way home,
3000.
so must we. Good evening to
Bang
you.
Adit 2000. Thank you Bang Adit. Formasi apa guys yang bagus ya? Mau lagi kah? Oke, ntar aku masukin Peter Smackle. Tapi kalau menurutku mah bagusan 93 dia. Mau main lagi kah? Haikal mau main nggak Haikal? Thank you guys yang udah like. Kayaknya udah nggak main ya. Gimana sih guys ininya? Masa tutup ruang? Kalau nggak ada yang main, aku agak cepat dulu guys. Kita coba guys, yang kalian yang mau mabar free komen aja guys.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices
Bang Adit
flowing.
kemana tadi guys?
This is Peter Drury, and to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started.
Well, it's safe to say, Peter, we're in the presence of defensive royalty here.
And so what is it that makes Paolo Maldini so regal?
Well, I think the fact that he almost never had to make a tackle says it all. He just doesn't need to. With him, it's all about anticipation, positioning, and reading the game
Sit.
superbly. There's very few who were able to do that at the highest level like him.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes.
This is the sort of thing he craves.
Del Piero!
Kenceng amat, guys.
Rising over the bar. He's having a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. In he goes again! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Zelvia really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Besar.
Messi. And that has left him in a heap.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Salah.
That's an imaginative pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
That's a cute ball. Neatly clipped into space. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And that is as far as they're going to go. He's had it taken off him. Looking for a runner. Thuram cuts it out. Your impression so far, Jim?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game now to turn it into a stranglehold.
Has crossed into the middle.
Astagfirullah.
Here comes the cross.
Mana bullet headernya?
And we have our very first corner. Mbappe with the clearance. And this is Pirlo. Pirlo's cross. Manchester
Mana
United
ini
are
Adriano,
moving
guys?
forward now. And that could set him on his way. Van Bronckhorst is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Turns back here, probably the best option. A goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. 5 minutes till the break. Cruyff. And there's the shot!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long
Salah,
to start
salah.
marking at his defence.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Could be danger here. And that'll be the final action.
Ryzen
of the first
and
half.
An-Nazir.
So the team were able to take the lead, but
Ryzen
it
and Nazir.
certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Memorabilia from today's match is now on sale in the stadium hall.
Here's the start of the second half.
Zelvia clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them...
Messi! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Luis Suarez, the specialist in tearing teams apart. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Luis Suarez. Hoisted in. And it's hoisted clear. It's a searching pass. Now that's well seen too. truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. And this is Del Piero. Driving forward. He's found the way. And Del Piero!
Gua pakai SA dia.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Has a look and plays it forward. Van Bronckhorst, he is through here. Van Bronckhorst with the cross. Adriano!
Bukanya di heading anjir.
That's caused a worry or two.
Adriano certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that.
Adriano.
He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Number 13, Bale.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Bagus guys, Van der Sar guys.
And it's Bale.
Tinggi kayaknya.
Facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Kiper agresif lagi.
Yaya Toure can so cleverly bypass the press. Pele. Iniesta. Tries to play it through. That's very neat.
Manchester United really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Bale. And this is Bale. Nicely aimed pass.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer
There
and
will be
quickly.
1 minute at a time.
Nice looking ball. Floated through. Schmeichel. And the referee brings it to a close. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might...
Belum dapet gameplaynya guys. Oke, lumayan. Ayo guys, kalian yang mau mabar masuk komen aja guys. Nanti aku bikin room ya. Belum nemu guys gameplay yang enak anjir. Kita target serangan balik aja biar Adriano nggak cepet habis stamina nya guys.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Goes for a shot! And it's come back out to him. It's a lovely, neat pass.
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Pele was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Decent chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Lizarazu. Adriano.
Dia belum punya double touch.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, good spread. It's a promising position. Zanetti. And this is Pele. Mateus! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that's a good-looking ball. Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Yeah,
Ooh,
the
shit.
tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots
Sit
of
sit
potential
keras
for me.
banget sit.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Lizarazu is looking to influence the game from out wide. The ball is loose and the chase is on. He's had it taken off him.
Lizarazu.
Now it's Xavi. Lizarazu has it out wide and he's got tall.
Baru itu heading.
He'll be livid with himself.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Oh, he's not going to get any further than that. Costa Curta. It's Still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. And here's Mbappe. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. There's a beautiful simplicity. Kochu! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. That's a look and place it forward.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Costa Corta. Edmilson. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Machida Zelvia may probably be feeling a little aggrieved about not capitalising on such a bright start.
Udah nyetel guys
Time should be more
sama
upbeat.
formasinya.
The glass remains half full and it should spur them on.
Cuman masih sulit cetak gol.
Goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Well read, nice interception. Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Good-looking ball.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And here's Mbappe. Pele. He's going for goal. Superb from Pele. The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Bisa-bisanya kosong guys.
It's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Still chasing the game, trailing by one. No way through. Xavi. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And it's Xabi Alonso. Zanetti. Zanetti is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Best. There's no getting past him. It's really well defended. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Thuram calmly anticipates. Best. Kukcu. Xavi. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Machida Zelvia really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Hoisted in. Time is running out here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
And he's in on goal. And the finish! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. The final 5 minutes. Has a shot! Georgie Best! Amazing!
Your GBS.
This is a gem! An absolute gem! They have stolen level at the last!
The goals
Dari tadi nggak bisa lepas dia.
after 87 minutes is number 20, George Best. substitution.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Knocks it into space. Costa Curta.
Cookchu.
And that will be it. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Machida Zelvia certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin, that's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Safi cocok ya main nama Kreator. sama review Adriano.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Becklin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. As you can see, we've already started here. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Robertson made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Oh, it's hit the post! Goal!
Well, one score-
Lo screamernya anjir.
We can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Somewhat off target. Best. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And it's Azar. Azar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Xabi Alonso. Now he's got space here. Crosses it in. And he's taking no chances there. Brilliantly cut out. Best.
Machida Zelvia really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
And that is a little undercooked. It's Adriano!
Adriano.
Hit that forcefully.
Well, it was a confident attempt.
Sayangnya nggak
He made it
punya
look like a doddle the way he generated
bentukan
that
ganda,
power.
guys.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found a way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide. Koundé. Rodri. Alonso.
Machida Zelvia can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Xabi Alonso. And it's Kukçu. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Knocks it into space. He has found the way through. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this
There will
time.
be 1 minute added time.
Best. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Hello,
How's the
attendees.
first half
This
compared
is
with your
a
expectation?
children's
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them
With the
and the
father
way
of a boy
they've
in a
looked
yellow
in
t-shirt
transitions,
kindly make
Peter.
his way
They've been a
to the
bit
information
exposed,
center.
so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Adriano.
Here we go again.
Number 18.
Machida Zelvia really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Number 14,
Yaya Toure.
substitution.
And it's Bale. Driving forward. Looking to play him in. And here's Azar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And this is Park Ji-sung. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Howson calmly anticipates. Kukchu is always looking to break lines.
Salah guys.
Referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern.
Terlalu berambisi tapi.
Still just a single goal between the sides. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Bale. That's good running with the ball. Kukchu does well to get it back. That's a quick free kick. Belletti played into space. Looking for a corner. And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's intervened well there. And it's Xavi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Kukchu. Kukchu really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Bale. And reclaimed it in a trice. And it's Del Piero. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Machida Zelvia clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Robertson. Can he get on the end of this? Flashes it across. Cleared without hesitation. Out towards the flank. Backward it goes. Robertson has it out wide and in space. And he whips it in. Varane is there and he can get that clear. Foot in. Throw it.
Substitution on the field. Number 24, Toure. Coming on the field is number
Ball's out.
21,
It'll be a throw it again.
Piero. 2 added minutes has been indicated.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Del Piero taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match,
Please
and
take this
deservedly so.
Bahlil. Guys, ada yang mau mabar nggak guys?
So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running.
It's going to be a real pleasure to see the mercurial Alessandro Del Piero.
Genuine legend of the Italian game.
Yeah, the Del Piero zone was named after his trademark move of drifting out wide before easing inside to aim at the far post, and he can play in any advanced position.
Passing is crisp and sharp. That is good alertness. Guardiola. Messi. Cleared away.
Messi really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And it's Maldini. Adriano constantly looking for the ball into the box.
Oh look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully a football match will break out soon.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Xavi. That's a cute ball. Harrison spots it and intercepts. Messi is firing after that one.
Machida Zelvia are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot. And Cruyff! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Now it's Cruyff. 15 minutes till half-time. Kaká. And this is Luis Suarez. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Lizarazu. And it's Del Piero. Guardiola was in no mood for any of that.
Machida Zelvia certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
And here's Zanetti. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Ah, such a clever touch. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Luis Suarez. Played into space. It's a promising position. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Adriano. Coming on the field.
And the action is back underway.
13, Bale.
Machida Zelvia really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
It's a searching pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. No way through. Ambitious ball here. Well timed, excellent interception. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just...
Best! Oh, brilliant stop! Can he finish?
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Strike kept it fizzing low.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Tries to play it through. Oh, nicely intercepted. Izarazu. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And this is Del Piero.
Machida Zelvia really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Gets a good foot in there. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Yaya Toure. And it's Bale. Best, a player who needs no introduction. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And Messi!
Rapat banget guys backnya.
Messi has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
And we have our very first corner. Up he goes! Oh, taken with style! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Messi, and here's Bale. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Raul. It's Ronaldinho. And here's Batistuta. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Wah, ini tengahnya guys.
In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message.
Pembukaan yang suram anjir. Satu game, satu kekalahan.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then.
Well, there's no doubt, Peter, that Alessandro Del Piero will be key here. But I'm curious as to what role he's exactly been given.
Well, what would you do, Jim, if you were the manager?
I'd give him a free role behind the attack. His flair, his technique make him the perfect player for that position. And he always seems to benefit from playing off that central striker.
Nuno Tavares. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And here's Elise, and it's Tavares. Cross into the... Goes for a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Kena tiang anjir. Berbahaya sekali.
Best. And this is Pato. Del Piero. And the shot! It's in!
Nice.
We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, good read.
That was well played.
Olise!
Astagfirullahaladzim. Gampang banget ditembus anjir.
Handsome! He's got himself an absolute peach. They're level in a trice.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Aduh.
Absolutely speared that in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Well, that's a book.
Merah lah, Sid.
This certainly looks appetizing, well within shooting range.
Well, I suppose from the opposition's viewpoint, this was to be avoided.
Del Piero!
Kenceng amat ya.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Olise. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Great vision, and that is expertly dealt with.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And the shots! They've scored!
Georgibis.
And they're back in front! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Oh, what has happened here? Just the keeper to beat!
Curang dari tadi anjir.
Right on the cusp of the penalty area. So a big chance now from 12 yards.
Gak ada yang di kartu merah anjir. Parah guys. Loh,
That's it.
nyerah dia.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
And now, please turn towards the screen for a special presentation featuring our guest performers today.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. It's a privilege to see the defensive great that is Franco Baresi.
Absolutely.
A marvellous tactical brain married to good pace and a technical ease.
Searching pass he's played there. Turan. Lizarazu. Best. Bernardo Silva. And this is Ronaldo. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Yaya Toure. Del Piero. Nice looking ball. Baresi gets across to intercept that. Varane calmly anticipates. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Shot could be on. Tries a shot. Goal!
Kenapa dia jaringan kah?
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was
Berhenti soalnya dia.
explosive, the finish exquisite.
After 21 minutes.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Batistuta. Good chance here. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Bernardo Silva carries the ball down the right. Oh, what a climb! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defenses.
Yaya Toure. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Played out wide. Looking to go deep.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Machida Zelvia really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
And he's managed to get free. Ball driven towards the far post. Tries from a long way out.
Oh,
Big relief,
Sophie.
just needed better contact.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Azar. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Del Piero. Can he spark a counter here? That has been cut short. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Xavi demonstrating his... And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
Substitution.
That gets things going for the second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Yaya Toure. And he's opted for the long pass. Now it's Del Piero. Fiore threads one in. Bernardo Silva receives it in a wide position. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And it's Roberto Carlos. Now Fiore. That's an excellent interception. Del Piero. Still just a single goal between the sides. Adriano succumbs to the pressure. Bernardo Silva is always scanning the pitch for targets. Now it's Del Piero. Baresi does really well to win the ball there. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate.
Lobbed in behind. Could be danger here. Goes for a shot.
Ah, elah, astagfirullah.
They have hauled themselves
Nge-lag anjir.
and that
Comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Ah elah, kayak nge-lag
And
anjir.
that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter.
Parah
This is
banget,
exactly
guys.
what you want from a big game.
Sumpah ngeselin banget anjir.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, George Best.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Adriano.
So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
Yeah, and it looks like quite a shake-up to the front line. Interesting. We'll see how it develops.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Nicely spread. Now it's Luis Suarez. He is through here. Cross to the back post.
Zelvia really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Taken back almost at once.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, he's bustling through here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And a chance!
Aduh guys, kesialan gara-gara nge-lag tadi.
Substitution on the field. Number 14. Presenter
There is
is
some
Adriano.
activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Belletti. Coming on the field. Number 18.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. And that's that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive, or determination. No complaints. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Kalah sama divisi 2 anjir. Gara-gara nge-lag ini guys tadi guys. Anjir sialan. Belum dapat lagi anjir sepatu guys. Jangan nge-lag lagi guys. Tadi gara-gara sinyal anjir. 3 kali main, 1 kali kalah,
Well, what a sight
1
this
kali
is.
menang,
The
1
colour,
kali
the
draw anjir.
choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And as you can see, we've already started here. Well, it seems fair to say, Jim, that Diego Forlan is the outstanding player in this lineup.
Yeah, and I think it's incredible how his career has turned out after a difficult start. He's made himself into a great all-round player with vision and creativity in addition to his finishing now.
And a reputation for being lethal, clinical, vital in front of goal is by now very, very richly deserved.
Really effective.
Adriano, mana kau Adriano?
That is not a great touch.
Kamu yang punya
it
bullet
all looked
header
so
anjir.
promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
He won't be happy with that one. Tries to play it through. Del Piero. Bastoni goes long. And it's Batistuta. Gattuso. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That is good alertness. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. That's really well manoeuvred. Lizarazu is always looking to play quality balls. Lizarazu, and here's Del Piero. And they've got rid. They're back in possession and ready to go again.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers. Don't concede the opener.
Nicely aimed pass. To Schneider. And it's Forlan. It's a searching pass. That is a brilliant interception. Schmeichel is there to clear. Best.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Adriano!
Kenapa enggak lo screamernya
That's what you call
muncul?
inspired goalkeeping. I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner.
Ayo Adriano, mana kepalamu?
So it's gonna be another corner.
Astaga.
It's their second corner of the game. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And that has left him in a heap. And it's Varane. Del Piero. Can he finish? And he's done it! There is the breakthrough. Complete
Makan
awareness.
dulu.
He understood what
Belum
was
buka,
needed,
anjir.
and he executed it smoothly.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Alessandro Del Piero!
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Albert Ferrer cuts
There
out
will
the
be 1
pass.
minute added time.
Oh, it's Dembele. Thuram calmly. And there's the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair
Just a
reflection
quick
of what
announcement,
we've all seen,
an
Peter.
exciting one too.
Some
We're about to
incisive
announce
play one
today's
side,
entry
battling
numbers.
qualities
Please
on the
watch
other.
screen if you have
This
tickets.
game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change.
Masih susah guys make
Leading 1-0
Apa
at
namanya?
break.
Adriano. Halo Bang Yongkru. Nggak live Bang?
Here's the start of the second half.
Machida Zelvia really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Tempel 2 orang guys.
Del Piero was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Grenoble really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area, Peter.
Yeah, it's busy in there, isn't it?
Yeah, the wide players are doing their stuff and are grabbing the attention right now.
Lizarazu. Still just a single goal between the sides. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Lizarazu. Best. And the counter is on. And he skips past his man. He's got away.
Aduh,
Danger
bener-bener
averted
great.
now.
Apa?
Best really has the confidence and skills
Base-nya
to be able to
menusuk,
hold the
guys.
ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
And this is Adriano. Picks out, shoots!
Del Piero.
And there we have it.
Malah Bang, insya Allah udah keren aja tampilan YouTube Bang.
Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but
Belajar
this
dari
is desperation.
Bang Yongkru.
They know they've got it wrong.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at
Del
a very
Piero.
different game now. The command has been established.
Nice.
Oh! And it's there!
Bang, udah gacha belum Bang?
And he is just ripping it up.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray
Nyerah
offside
pasti
there
dia.
as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
And there was
Hat-trick,
his
guys.
third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really
Agak
has
lag
stamped his
memang.
authority on this.
Masa sih? Sinyalnya Bang di sini parah banget, susah. Tadi aja aku main ya, lagi unggul 1-0. Tahu-tahu nge-lag ke golan anjir. Sedih.
Substitution for Grenoble. Number 21.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Dembele.
3-0 and things are starting
Nabrak
to look
streamer
awfully
gede sih.
Number 7.
This is wonderful front footage.
Kalah view-nya Bang.
The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Vega. Number 3.
And he's taking no chances there.
Number 20.
This is Del Piero.
Del Piero.
22.
The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defense though.
Bang Yon udah punya Del Piero ya? Dapat Del Piero. Habis berapa gacha Bang?
Is very much
Berapa ya kemarin ya?
a modern day fullback.
Ada 8 ribuan mah. Make diskon Bang.
And this is Bale. Knocks it into space. And reclaimed it in a trice.
Kalau nggak ada diskon mah rungkat. Udah aman sekarang.
And it's Kukcu.
Sinyal sih sinyal.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Yang bikin males
And
streaming
the
sama
number on
nge-push
board
tuh
is 3.
sinyal.
Now it's Messi. And this is Bale. Fernando Torres.
Ini kayaknya
And that will
divisi
be the
udah
final
dipisah
act.
deh antara
Well, that was a
SA
tale of
sama
two very different
non-SA.
teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other, quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we
We
saw.
come to you now with a quick
Del Piero,
request for support
gleefully
for
reminding
our
us of what
World
a
Charity
superb day he's had at the office. Your reflections then, Jim.
Ya sama kayak aku mang, kalau nabrak pasti sepi. Kalau malam biasanya Bang Vega tuh habis taraweh dia live stream. Oke banget. Rungket itu mang. Mau mabar kah mang? Sekalian ngetes Del Piero nya. Masih divisi 3. Baru 4 kali main, Mang. Tadi main Mabar sama laga cepat sih. Nyari-nyari racikan sama formasi yang pas. Dibantai viewer mulu tadi, Mang. Top global mulu yang ngajak Mabar. Bang Muklas lagi live streaming sih, nabrak jadi. Ayo kalau mau mabar Mang, ini nggak bisa putus-putus ya? Oh bisa. Makasih guys yang udah like. Ayo Mang, masuk Mang. Nyoba Del Piero-nya. Nggak apa-apa Mang, cepet-cepetan aja masuk bersama kayak aku. Baru pulang kerja kah Mang? OTW login gaskan. Wah, Bicai lagi online Bicai. Udah aku kirim undangannya, Mang. Gaskan. Guys yang mau mabar komen aja guys. Mabar free guys buat kalian. Wah, pakai Madrid. Apakah formasi kita sama? Beda. Lagi banyak yang pakai formasi kayak gini. Apa kita ikutan aja guys? Cuman tadi kurang enak ya.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And as you can see, we've already started here.
Adriano really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he's picked it up out wide. Defending of the desperate variety. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Now the ball in. That's a decent clearance. And the shot!
Ada si ini ya fittingnya.
Madrid with the corner. There first.
Pengen Roberto Carlos. Kemarin nggak dapet tapi.
Oh, smashing header. And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Well, the defence proved infallible then. That won't be the last they'll see of him.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
It's a sharp pass. So we're still where we started right now. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Seedorf. Oh, no joy this time.
Machida Zelvia really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defense. Let's see if these...
Aduh, salah. Lah. Dibuang, Bang.
He's gone for goal.
Smekel.
And he was
Smekel
there
yang
to
tua
give
ya.
a vital touch. I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game.
Mana bullet headernya ini anjir?
To get rid. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. He's shifting through the gears. And a chance! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Makin jago aja ini Mang. Mang Yon.
Now it's Pele. Xavi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Loh. Kenapa ini? Jaringannya kah?
Yaya Toure. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Oh, that is a nice touch. He has found the way through. Defending of the desperate variety. Vitinha conjures time and space where few can. Nesta. Passing is crisp and sharp. Costa Curta defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. And the first 45
Makin
minutes
jago
are
guys.
up. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
And a quick announcement for the benefit of
So
anybody
we
who's
reached the
found
halfway
themselves
point.
little
What a
lost
pleasant
today.
surprise
Please
to
look at the
see
screen for
how open
information on how
this
to find
game
your way around
is
this
turning
stadium.
into. Just wondering if the two teams are going to keep doing what we've seen in the first half. I hope that a cautious aspect.
Guys, buat kalian yang mau mabar, komen aja guys.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Free kok.
We're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I suppose from a
Mabar
defensive
free guys.
perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Adriano shoots! Vitinha. Best. Edmilson.
Oh, ngelag. Sinyalku apa sih, sinyal ini ya, Mang Yon? Sinyal kita apa sinyal Mang Yon, guys? Keluar sendiri HP ku Mang. Pantesan. Nggak pakai cooler kah? Waduh, padahal HP mahal. Malam aja Mang, kita lanjut mabar, gas kan. Ntar kita temenin live streaming Mang. Makasih Mang Yon. Lanjut kerja. Oh, masih jam kerja. Host boy OTW login, gas kan. Langsung masuk aja ya. Jangan bantai-bantai guys. Kita fun game aja. Wah, ngeri. Thank you ya guys yang udah like, yang udah subscribe.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Agak nge-lag ya.
Well, that's well seen too. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Machida Zelvia clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now there's a fine ball. Khan gets it away. Belletti. Luis Suarez. Referee has just said play on. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. It'll be a throw.
Ronald Koeman. Gacor juga Ronald Koeman.
So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Rafael Varane. He's solid in the air, Peter. He's tough in the tackle and a very good reader of the game. Most of all, though, if something goes wrong when the opposition break through, he's got the pace to get back and make a vital intervention.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Pass somewhat off target. Adriano dominates aerially so often. Now, can they get him away? Finds himself on... Oh, can he finish?
Wow. Adriano masih kurang guys.
And we have our very first corner. Well, there's the clearance. And he's there to retrieve it. Oh, this is a great position. And that could well leave a
Astagfirullah.
mark. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. So the most significant moment of the game.
Kelihatan dong. Oh gak.
And he's buried
Berarti
it. A time for a corner, and that
Bang
is
Boys
precisely what he showed.
nggak nonton.
Credit to the keeper. He read it, but succumbed
Delay
to
sih
the
ya.
placement.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition.
Best! Oh, he's been caught napping. It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Ada Gareth Bale yang ini ya.
Leading and
Tottenham.
things looking pretty good. Now it's Vieri. Vieri. Great vision. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Izarazu is looking to influence the game from out wide. Best. And this is Adriano. Luis Suarez. Seedorf. And he's picked out the run. Best. Oh, that's fabulous. Shapes to shoot.
Belum menemukan racikan yang enak Adriano, guys.
This possibly the last play of the half. Nesta gets it away. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And we are already promptly back underway. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no through. And it's Xavi. Oh, that was vital. Seedorf.
Machida Zelvia are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Looking for options for movement. Seedorf. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Best. Xavi. Izarazu. Del Piero. That's been cut out, well played. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Turan. Izarazu. Nicely aimed pass. Has a shot!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Defending was strong and firm. Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Davids, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Xavi. It's a good spell of possession, this. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That's tidy. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Quality ball. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Knocks it into space.
Vieri really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Suarez does well to get it back. Vieri. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And it's Davids. Kuma. He's gone for goal! And Seedorf! And collective relief. And that is it. The referee
Oke
has
Mang
seen
Boys,
enough.
thank you udah nemenin.
So smiles all round as
GG,
they
GG,
shamelessly
Mang.
indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration.
Thank you Bang Boys udah nemenin.
Del Piero claiming the man of the match award, and there is very little room for argument. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager.
Kurang sabar sih Mang mainnya Bang. Skillnya padahal udah bagus. Ada yang mau mabar lagi nggak guys? Kalau nggak ada aku lanjut push divisi. Kalah 1 kali, imbang 1 kali. Gara-gara sinyal guys. Wifi kan relate banget. Iya kerasa sih bang. Soalnya ngaruh juga ke permainan. Nggak tahu dari wifi-nya atau memang servernya sih. Skuadnya bagus banget, Mang. Mantan divisi 1 berarti kemarin dapat David De Gea ya? Nggak kepake kah? Dapat De Gea kah kemarin bang? Aku nggak dapet bang. Gara-gara dikerjain ponakan. Aku kan sibuk main yang bansos. Taunya akun utamanya malah dimainin. Dari 1900-an jadi 1700-an. Nggak dapat jadinya. Duh nge-lag guys.
But he is so much more than just that. He is a symbol of charisma, of leadership, of sportsmanship. He is the one and only Pele. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
The worst choice he could pick. He needed to get his head up and see the outlet to his right.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Great ball and he's in, shoots!
Iya kemarin dapat tapi nggak kepake. Udah bagus sih tadi kipernya. Cuman mumpung lagi kondisinya De Gea mending dipakai deh, Mang. Dia lagi bagus soalnya. Statistik masih bagus off kan. Iya sih katanya. Di kesadaran kok menyerang sih. Kesadaran kiper.
every bit the assured keeper there.
Cuman dia kiper agresif.
Must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Just the goalkeeper's a decent shot.
Nice, Pato. Tinggal Adriano doang, ini belum cetak gol, guys.
They are soaring.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter.
Nggak gacha ini, Kamang?
Really clever.
Italian attacker.
That's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Pele. Pele. Now this could be a chance. Great chance.
Ngeri buat Stuttgart, guys.
Somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Dari sudut mana aja bisa nembak loh.
It's their second corner of the game. Thuram clears it away. And now they can spring out of defence. No, that's been intercepted.
Machida Zelvia are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a
Loh,
lot of
salah.
movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Foot in. Thuram is a perfect combination.
He dapat hikmah.
Brilliant brawn.
This is the time you need that pace.
He's away. It's Pato.
Nice. 6.000 koin masa nggak dapet sama sekali, Bang.
True class. And he is just ripping it up.
Kacau sih kalau sampai 6.000 nggak dapet.
Move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And there was his third, and boy,
Del Piero
he looks
enak
for
banget
business.
sumpah, Bang.
Doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
3-0.
Pemburu
and
gol
things
lagi.
are starting to look awfully cozy.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
He has found a way through. Cross deflected over
Larinya
the goal
cepet.
line for a corner.
Dribblenya enak.
And this could be the
Alamat
final
dalam
action
kayaknya
of the
ini.
first half.
Aku kemarin habis berapa ya? Ada 8.000-an. Cuman dapat semua.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Untungnya ada koin diskon. Sama ada nabung koin sih. Iya, katanya Del Piero enak. Tapi emang bener sih, enak banget. Momentum dribbling sama blitz cooler. Kayak kenceng banget larinya.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help
Gareth
thinking
Bale-ku
the second
kalah
half will
malah.
supply more. Here we go again. Mateus. Now it's Del Piero. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Del Piero. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Nesta goes forward.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Messi. Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Pato.
Pato.
Del Piero. Can he get it through? That is good alertness. Xavi. Now it's Messi. Pato. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Del Piero. Nesta gets across to intercept that. Del Piero. He is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And this is Messi. Messi!
Messi nggak. Del Piero itu super sub kah?
It didn't quite come off this
Bukan,
time,
Bang.
Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition.
Nggak ada
This
super
team
subnya
know how to
sih.
counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Yaya Toure.
Gareth Bale yang ada. Gareth Bale yang big time.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
Del Piero yang lama kalau nggak salah yang
Very nice. Oh, shooting
super sub itu.
Oh, it's a stunning goal! A finish right from the top draw.
Mateus really
Bobolan,
played that
guys.
return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Paris Saint-Germain give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Del Piero and a chance.
Nice. Untung.
Could be a costly
Michael.
miss.
Well, they've got a big enough job on their hands as it is, Peter. They really need to
Taruh,
put
guys.
those chances away.
Udah pada lemes ini. Fokus bertahan kah? Senin besok Peterce ya kalau nggak salah. Betul, Senin Peterce
Paris
sama
Saint-Germain have
pemain
their
MU
third
loh.
corner.
Backnya MU itu James Stem apa siapa? Peterce tapi tipe bertahan loh.
Defending of the desperate variety.
Tapi dia ada skill direct defense.
Pele. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Zanetti calmly anticipates.
Satunya lagi siapa ya, lupa aku.
Maldini. Adams. And here's Bale in with the challenge. Now it's Bale. He's in a great position here. And he's found a way past. Takes a shot.
Nice. Ronald Koeman dijajiin JMF.
Position apart here.
Emang enak, Bang.
Simply breathtaking stuff. Oh, one moment.
Dia jadi perusak ya.
The final act. So a real showpiece win. This stopper simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours,
jaringan,
it
guys.
has ended in an easy win. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team.
Guys, kalau kalian mau mabar, tinggal di komen aja, guys. Mabar lagi A mulu ini. Posisi asli komen deh ya kan. F real life nya kalau nggak salah bang. Biasanya CB bisa di MF gaya main perusak. Kalau di real life nya emang iya sih. Dia gelandang bertahan kalau nggak salah. Pemain tengah pokoknya. Tadi kalau aku lihat tengahnya Ronald Koeman sama siapa ya bang? Harusnya ada jangkarnya sih. Soalnya kan perusak pasti agresif banget. Agresinya tinggi. Kalau nggak ada yang mabar, kita lanjut lagi guys. Terus lagi ya. Kita gaskan. Thank you ya guys yang udah like, yang udah subscribe. Ada Ibrahimovic guys. Nggak jadi. David Villa bahaya, biasanya larinya kenceng.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running.
Okay, I'm probably going to be accused of fullback bias again, Peter, but Giuliano Belletti is someone I see as having a key role.
Your type of player?
Yeah, he's very confident defensively, first and foremost. He knows that's his job, so he's not the type that's going to be constantly rushing up and down the flank at 100 miles per hour, delivering crosses.
And it's Luis Suarez.
Astaga.
David Villa.
Rusuh
Looking
banget
to
ini
play
guys.
him in. Oh, that's a key interception. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And they're back on the ball again. And he welcomes it in. Luis Suarez! Well, now it's a race for the ball. No way through, so... Best!
Nice.
First blood drawn. You don't keep those out. He knew. He just knew.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up. as
Georgie
he went to hit
Best.
it. He knew his landscape.
Best of the best.
Number 7, George Best.
Lo.
So the first goal of the game.
Mencurigakan lah kalau udah begitu mah guys.
That one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
The chances
Bahaya
keep on coming.
cornernya.
Awarded another corner. Corner number 2 then. Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. That has not gone well. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Luis Suarez. And that's cleared
Sit.
cut. It's a free kick.
Aduh. Dihajar dia guys.
And it's Xavi. Brilliantly cut out. Tries to pass it through. Now who's going to be first to this? Lizarazu with the delivery.
Oh,
Us.
that's a cracking ball. Too quick
Lewat
for
doang,
defence
guys.
and keeper.
And that was nowhere near his best. He's a sharp little ball here. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And it's Aubameyang. Well played, well sorted out. Zanetti. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Messi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Roberto Carlos.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief. Oh. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the
Yah.
one goal in it, and it's all
Udah
still very much
muter-muter,
up for
guys.
grabs.
A quick reminder
Yeah, I
to
like
Curiga
the fact
kalau udah
that
begini,
there was
guys.
a genuine flow to this game as well as intent.
Thank you for your cooperation.
But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
Jangan sampai kita yang kalah guys kayak tadi. Alhamdulillah. Bahaya kalau udah kayak gitu guys, harus di reset dulu. Udah 3 jam guys ya guys. Kita ngerjain ini dulu aja ya. Apa sih namanya? Satu game lagi deh. Amankah hapus cache kayak gitu kah? Nggak tahu juga sih. Cuman menurut teori sih aman. Menurut teori doang sih mang. Kalau ada El Haji itu ngeri-ngeri sedep. Atau lagi FOMO aja. Bisa jadi itu FOMO itu.
Well, football is of course ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters.
FOMO doang sih kayaknya.
Color and passion just oozing from the stands here.
Karena kalau udah
These
musuh
fans love their
nge-DC itu
football.
ngeri-ngeri
We're
sedep.
about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Well, we all know of Johan Cruyff
Ya
as the
kan?
father of total football, but what can we expect
Untung.
from him on the pitch, Jim?
He'll be the conductor, Peter, making sure that his team creates space and make good use of it. I expect him to be running the show and adding it to...
Luis Suarez!
Nice.
Suarez! It's a beauty!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
The goal scorer.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Del Piero.
Aduh,
He's great defending. So
terlalu
alert.
kekencengan guys.
Nedved is one whose deliveries we all know about.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press.
It's Luis Suarez!
Aduh, Luis Suarez.
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Belletti. Schmeichel sends that a long way. Rijkaard. And he's in on goal. Now it's Cruyff. Decent chance!
Ngeri kalau kayak gitu tuh. Bolong tengahnya anjir. Aduh, kuning lagi.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. And we have our very first corner.
Tahu aja wasitnya guys.
Xavi Alonso goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. That looks a cracking
Aduh,
ball.
maju lagi kipernya.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And we're not going to make any further progress now. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's gone direct here. Adams gets over and intercepts. Xavi. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now.
Ah, offset.
Suarez is flagged offside. Del Piero. Best, a player who needs no introduction. De Bruyne. Now it's Cruyff. Best. Baresi
There will be
gets a
1
foot in
minute
here.
added time.
And here's Cruyff. Cleared without hesitation.
Ngeri terobosannya kalau
And there's the end of the first half.
pakai SBC tuh.
Well, there were plenty of
Device
talking
pakai
points in
apa,
that
Bang?
first half, but just the one goal.
Aku
It's
pakai
still anybody's game here.
iPhone 12 Pro,
Review
Bang.
the first half.
Please turn
Haven't
towards the
played
screen
that
for a
badly.
special
Getting caught again on the
presentation
Device
counter
lama sih.
is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And the second half gets underway. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Xavi Alonso. And it's De Bruyne. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's worked it through. Rijkaard. Alonso. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. And this is Luis Suarez, and he's on his way.
Aduh,
Still just a single goal between the sides. And that is as far as they're going to go. And he plays one through.
ya Allah.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Yaya Toure. And he's found the way past. Real chance. He's having a shot. In he goes again.
Nice.
And yes, it's there. Two to the good. And purring, absolutely purring. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it.
And a chance!
Ya kan?
It's in! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! He does it
Itu
all
si
with a
El
level of
Hadji.
efficiency and simplicity.
Ngeri ya guys.
Was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
Defense lama tapi masih kenceng. Lumayan sih. Kendalanya kalau di sini mah sinyal doang.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now. All of a sudden, this one's totally up for grabs.
He's cut it out.
That's exactly
Masih
what
di
we need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually, you might just get that little break.
dominasi jaringan-jaringan gak jelas.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Astagfirullah. Menit-menit kayak gini tuh deg-degan anjir. Bertahan gak sih?
Spread it left.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, he's bustling through here. Could he needed to be.
Blunder kan?
He can get that clear.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
That's Xabi Alonso. Shoots!
Buang.
It's loose and there's a race for the
Ngeri
ball.
guys.
And that has been clubbed away. It's run loose here.
There will be 3 minutes at
A
a time.
reprieve.
Malah diserang mulu anjir. Ya, lolos.
And the number on the board is 3.
Nice.
The end. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning.
Keras guys.
Well, after all
Chang
that,
An
what do you
Hol
think?
Hanoi.
This was all about tactics, Peter. A weakness in the central areas, both in defence and midfield, which is something we referred to before the
Statistik.
game, and the manager was smart enough to make sure it was exploited.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
4 tembakan ke gawang. On target. Oh iya, dia peringkat berapa dia? Kita intip berarti push divisi sekarang itu peringkat 50-an ke bawah. Kita ini dulu guys, reset dulu, reset. Tadi menegangkan sekali. Ini belum nih. Oh ya guys, aku off dulu ya, udah 3 jam guys live. Paling besok lagi ya, mulai dari pagi. Tadi kepotong sholat Jumat soalnya. Thank you ya guys yang udah nemenin, thank you yang udah like, yang udah subscribe. Thank you Diki, thank you Red Export, YTR Musik, Monkey Luffy, Adit Ramadan, Haikal, Mang Rendra, Bang Boys, thank you. Besok kalau mau mabar langsung gas lagi aja guys. Buat kalian free